Roll.
Dennis Sabalski.
Here.
Tim Boyd.
Here.
Kendra Barberina is here. Bob Dorshevitz.
Here.
David Ladowick.
Here.
Stuart Pop is absent. Bill Ikes.
Here.
And is there a motion to approve the agenda as submitted?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the agenda as submitted.
Is there
Support.
moved by Commissioner Barberina and supported by Commissioner Boyd to approve the agenda as submitted? All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Public comments. Is there anyone here that wishes to speak on a non-agenda item? Okay, hearing none, then we will move to unfinished business, the Northville Road rezoning. And Planet, please read the report.
All right, thank you. Good evening, Commissioners. Laura Haw. The application before you was presented and discussed at the December 11th regular Planning Commission meeting for the Northville Road rezoning request. At that meeting, the Commission correctly opened and closed the public hearing, which is required by the Enabling Act and also the Township's local ordinances. It was identified during that meeting that the physical sign that was erected on the property had the incorrect date of the 18th, which that sign is not a requirement, but more of a policy, a longstanding policy of the township. So as a best practice, and just to ensure that if there was any additional comments, that this special meeting be held tonight to be inclusive of that. So tonight, the direction is not to hold a new public hearing, but to simply, if there are any additional members of the public that wanted to comment on this item, that be an opportunity to include in the public record. The recommendation remains the same from our review letter of December 2nd, which is to recommend the proposed rezoning to the Board of Trustees for their consideration. The applicant is requesting to rezone this from the multifamily R2A district to the R1 one-family residential district in order to construct approximately 2,600 square foot single unit dwelling on the property. This rezoning request is consistent with others that the township has seen and approved in the last couple years along Northville Road. The request from the multifamily to the single unit. There are a number of single unit dwellings along Northville Road, which property owners have requested to rezone in order to maintain them and do building expansions to them. Our recommendations are listed on page 5 of our report, which basically state that a rezoning to the R1 one-family residential district is recommended based on the fact that the property has characteristics that are more consistent with the existing single dwellings along Northville Road than multifamily developments in the area. The proposed construction of the single unit dwelling would not alter the character of this area in a way that is incompatible with the goals of the master plan. The second finding is that the rezoning will result in a more built-out neighborhood along Northville Road that is primarily comprised of detached single-unit residential developments that would be consistent in scale and intensity with other residential properties along that stretch of Northville Road. And the third is that the site and the proposed construction of this dwelling can comply with the dimensional requirements of the R1 district. So the applicant will not need to seek any variances for their construction as proposed. It can meet, it's a fully buildable lot. So with that, we are recommending that the commission recommend approval to the Board of Trustees with those findings included. Thank you.
Thank you. And the applicant is here. Are there any comments from the applicant? No. Okay, all right. Comments from the commission?
One comment, that the package is very thorough, right? And I did go see it back on December 9th. Was a landscape plan provided, anything with respect to trees that get, because we have to go knock some down to go build, which is great, right? Did they provide anything to show that what landscaping would look like?
At this point, no. That would run through the building department, separate from this body.
Okay. All right. That's my one and only question.
Okay, Any other
Answer
questions?
as many questions as you need to.
But the recommendations are pretty solid, right? It is consistent, right? It's single family on both sides of the street, right? So it is a perfect time sense for how the land was supposed to be versus what it really is as things evolved the last 3 decades. It makes absolute sense. So it's rock solid on recommendations.
Okay. Anyone else? All right, is there a motion?
Mr. Chair, regarding PC number 2543, I recommend that I move that we recommend the Board of Trustees that approve the proposed rezoning to R1, one-family residential district for the 3 reasons cited in the planner's report and recommendation.
Support.
Moved by Commissioner Boyd and supported by Commissioner Barberina to recommend to the Board of Trustees to approve the rezoning request for applicant 2543. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
And
Congratulations.
I'd just like to put on the record that there were no residents here to give any comments.
Okay, great. All right. Any commissioner comments?
Yes, on the planner's report, and the bottom of page 2, it says, they recommend that the planning commission review the future land use map in detail for this area and update it accordingly as considerations along this corridor are changed. I think we've all well clearly understand that to be the case. So as we do the master plan update, Kendra, we should add this to the list of potential changes we consider.
Okay.
Noted.
Any other comments? Okay. Laura, you had something?
Yes, please. But first, I just wanted to, just for the applicant, this agenda item is over, so you are welcome to leave if you wanted to.
Congratulations
You're
and good
all
luck.
set for this evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
The other thing I just wanted to mention is the supervisor's office wanted to offer planning and zoning trainings to members of the commission, especially if you are new to the commission or it's been a while since you've taken a planning and zoning training. This would be beneficial, and as we start the new year, there are some different trainings available. There is, of course, through the MSU extension, the Citizens Planner online, which is about 15 hours of material, but it's self-paced. And it's all online, so you can do it at your leisure.
It's good.
Yeah,
really
it
good.
is good.
Yeah.
Good.
And that there is a group rate if there's 4 or more individuals from the same local unit of government that are interested. So that is one option. The second is that the Michigan Association of Planning, MAP, has a couple different workshops later this winter, starting in March. There's an in-person event in Frankenmuth on the 18th, and then there are some online courses as well. So we'll be sending out information on those, and if you could please respond to the planning department and let us know what your interest and availability is. We'll also reach out to Commissioner Pop so that he's aware of this. But we would like to try to get the township would like to try to get commissioners registered for either one of these trainings this year.
There's also, if you don't have 15 hours or you need a refresher, there's the MTA, which is the Michigan Townships Association. We have a package of, there's over 100 seminars on demand available on every topic across the township, and we bought a license for everybody in the township. So if you're interested in that, send me an email and I'll send you back the information, and any topic that is covered, you're welcome to take that. You watch those on demands. If you want to be a township attorney, you can get that training that way. And anything else related to like Open Meetings Act, there's stuff that is important. Open Meetings Act, if you're new, is important to be aware of, because if, 4 of us are out having dinner together and we talk about a topic that is a current topic before the board or the commission, we could potentially be in violation of the Open Meetings Act, and we have to be really careful, when we send emails around and stuff like that. But there's like an hour-long training on that that's really good. And just send me an email and I'll get you an ID and a log on, and you can take whatever classes you want.
Great, thank you.
May I follow up on that?
Yeah.
I would also add that what Bob was discussing also applies to emails. So if there's a group email of more than 4 members of the commission, never hit reply all, and don't type anything in there that would be a substantive discussion. You can talk about procedures and dates, but nothing substantive in a group email. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a potential violation of the Open Meetings Act also.
Yeah, we need to be really careful about that. And in addition to that, there's also FOIA, the Freedom of Information Act, you need to be aware of, because we set up, so everybody on the commission should have a township email address. And I encourage you to use that, not your personal addresses, because if you use your personal email, it could potentially be FOIA'd. And so you want to avoid that and use the township email. And if you have any trouble signing on, just, reach out to me and I'll make sure that we connect you to the right IT people to get that done.
Okay.
So Bill, did you get a response back from?
Bob Jenks, yeah, he emailed me, and I figured we would chat probably tomorrow, right? So I'll get it. So we should have an email for me through the township, probably tomorrow
Yeah.
sometime, right? And I'll let you know on that. You'll get it from a B. Ikes guy at Plymouth TWP dot whatever it is. Can't
Yeah.
remember.
Okay.
Only 2 people will be on it, so.
Anybody else have any comments? Okay, is there a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:12?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we adjourn the meeting at 7:12.
Is there support?
Support.
Okay, moved by Commissioner moved by Commissioner Barberina and supported by Commissioner Ladwick to adjourn at 7:12. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
It's almost a record, I think 7:10.